last time I was here, I was playing a tap dancing egg and something rotten. And I was saying, and I am telling you, I'm not gonna be an omelet. No, no, no. So everybody remember me from that. And then I went to the UK to play Effie White in Dreamgirls. And that's kind of the last time I was here was in 2016. And to come back as a star above the title has been so incredible. I just had a profile piece on me in the New York Times, and it was a full page spread on like the things I had accomplished. And it was just such a crazy moment because you just like working away to have this like retrospective to say, oh, wow, look at what all of you've done. That's what it's kind of felt like the whole time. It's kind of been like, this is your life. Look what you've accomplished, and kind of like getting my flowers, which has been really amazing.
What is it with you and the eggs, by the way?
I know it's always eggs. It's followed me everywhere. I'm drinking an egg every night. I play the tap dancing egg. I actually really like eggs. I really
I
love
hate
almost things.
eggs. I can't
Oh,
lie, I hate eggs.
that girl. And I eat a real raw egg every night. There was one time a guy just like actually gagged out loud. He was like,
That
and
would
some
be.
people are like, yes, go girl, drink that egg.
I've never actually been to New York. I love a like local non-touristy recommendation, and
Yeah.
I know you're really a London girl now, but is there anywhere you would recommend me to go see or like any restaurants to go to?
Oh, wow. I went to this incredible restaurant called Alba. It's like a Italian restaurant, but the food, my God, you know when you take a bite of something and then you have to close your eyes because it's like so tasty. That's how good this food was. I went with Billy Porter a couple weeks ago and I was like, this food is insane. The meatball, so they have this like big meatball is like this big that you share with someone. It was like this big. The pasta was amazing. The focaccia was amazing. Like if you love Italian food, like this was it was incredible. And then the ambiance is really cool. Like the style of the restaurant's amazing. When you come here, you have to try some Mexican food because, we have real Mexican people here making it and it's very, very good. I went to there's a little dive place called Planet Tacos in like Hell's Kitchen where you get these margaritas that are so strong and these amazing, amazing, amazing tacos. So that's like a cheap eats, like really good place.
I can go there and say Marisha Wallace told me to send it, and she's been
Yes.
here with Billy Porter.
Yes, Alba, I went with Billy Porter and the food is popping. It's so good. I'm thinking
How
about going back. It's incredible.
how has this journey been with your good friend Billy Porter? I know it's been quite an emotional one for the pair of you. How's it feel now taking it to Broadway together?
Well, it's been incredible because we like made a pact and I was like, I'm gonna bring you to London and you're gonna take me home. And we did it. So he came to London and just had such an incredible time, like getting the love from the UK that I don't think he had known was there for him until he got there and he was like, oh my God, everyone just lets me do my art and they like me. And it just was such an incredible time. And he got to direct a play that got like 5-star reviews, This Bitter Earth, which was incredible. And I think it's going to move at some point to West End. But so it was just really nice to see him thriving in another country because I told him it's just different in London. Like you feel like as a Black artist, it's really hard to not have your race be the first thing people see about you when you are, trying to do your art. It's like I never felt like Marisha, the Black actress. I just felt like Marisha when I was in London. And I wanted him to experience that, to do your art without resistance, without someone saying, oh, I don't know if you can do that. You're Black. Or I don't know if you can do that. You're too whatever. So it was really nice to experience that. And then coming back here, it's been so interesting to do this play in this political climate, which has been so wild because we're back in, Trump's America where it's a whole another thing. And it's felt very political, very like I felt like an activist in this in this play, doing this play at this time. But it's also been beautiful for my family to be able to be a part of this and to like having my family seeing me starring in a Broadway show. If you knew where we come from, like we grew up on a farm poor, to have my family to come to my, even to my apartment where, you know, it's got the lights of the city and everything. It just, it's like, wow, mama, I made it, you know? So it's been, that's been cool. And we're the first Black MC, Sally and Cliff ever in the 60-year history of the show. So it's very iconic and the audience is very diverse, which I think is beautiful to see, to get more people to come to the theater who didn't feel like they had access or felt like we were telling their stories too. So everybody is included and it's really nice.
What's the reaction been like?
It's been very visceral, the reaction. People, they were like, during your performance, I cried like 15 times. I think people are walking around with a lot of emotion about everything that's happening in the world.
Mm.
And Cabaret is a place where you can release those emotions, good and bad, happy, sad, fun, you know, tears, laughter. There has to be a place to be able to release that, because I feel like theater is church for everyone. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people go to church to cry or just to give praise or whatever. But in theater, it's a place where you can release those emotions and you can put your phone down for 3 hours and just feel something with everybody in the room. Like, even when I sing, maybe this time, we like all take a collective inhale and then no one breathes for 3 minutes. And we just all like go on this ride together. And it's been so beautiful. And it's just not just for one race, like every oppressed group feels it. And but then also every other group feels like they need to do something. So I think it's been kind of a call to action, because it used to be a warning, like,
Mm.
don't let this happen, don't let this happen. But now it's like, how are we going to survive
Mhm.
what's happening? And each character in the play, from all different backgrounds, all different places, is surviving in a different way. And so I think it's kind of holds a mirror up to yourself. Like, what are you doing? Like, what would you do? That's one of the songs in the show. And it's just like, what are you doing to survive? And there's no wrong or right answer, which I think is the most beautiful thing about it. Some people are buying a labubu. Some people are like, oh, I want to get married now. Some people are fighting. Some people are protesting. Some people are, you know what I mean? Anything that we can do to survive is kind of what's happening right now.
I know that you have not had the easiest journey as a performer. Is there a particular setback that you can think of that had a really important payoff or sweet payoff for you? And is there a person that you lent on in particular in that time?
Well, my first major setback was I was 17 years old. I had auditioned for the music school, and my teacher, Miss Grantham, had taken me. And I thought, because I had like been, you know, practicing so much, that my voice was just hoarse because of that. And I went and I did the audition, and then I didn't get into the school. And I was like, what? Like, and they were like, well, something's wrong with your voice, so you can't get into the school. And I was like, what? Something's wrong with my voice? And then one of the professors like ran behind me as I was leaving, and he was like, don't leave. I feel like you have something special, but we got to figure out what's going on with your voice. And then I went on this long journey. Long story short, I found out I had a cyst on my vocal cords. And they said, if you don't get the surgery, and if you do get the surgery, you may not be able to ever sing again. It's just no guarantee. We just have to see. So then I'm 17 years old and I have to go through a whole process of getting a surgery on my vocal cords and thinking that I possibly may never sing again. And I got the surgery, and my mom was there when I woke up, and she was like, and I remember before I went to the surgery, my whole church stood around me. I was a choir director at that time, and they all prayed that I would get my voice back. And I did the surgery. I wake up and my mom was like crying. And I was like, what, are you okay? I can't even speak. I'm like, did something bad happen? I was worried that, you know, something really bad happened. She was like, well, the doctor went in to remove the cyst and it was gone. See, he was like, it looked like somebody had already come and taken the cyst out, and he removed the scar tissue. And then I had to be on vocal rest for 3 months. I could not speak for 3 months. There was no phones, no iPads at the time. I wore a whiteboard around my neck where I would just write down. I had to quit my job. I was so depressed. I remember I was happy that, that the cyst was gone, but like the recovery process was long. And then I couldn't to start the music program. And I had a counselor who was like, well, what do you think about musical theater? And I was like, okay. And they were like, well, if you can wait a year because you can't audition for the musical theater program until your second year. So it'll give you a year to recover, and then you can audition and see if you can get to musical theater. And that's what
Do
I
you know
did.
the name of that teacher? Like, have you come across them since?
Her name is Miss Grantham. She was the teacher who took me to my audition, who got me to help me to get the surgery. She took me to my first Broadway show, where I saw my first Black leading lady in Aida. And she pointed at her and was like, that's you. You need to do that. That's that's you. And she believed in me so much. Like she did this on her own time, on dime. And I think her belief in me is what even pushes me today. I'm like, wow, Miss Grantham, I gotta keep going for you because you sacrificed all that for me and believed in me. But yeah, that was my first like major setback. But then I ended up getting into the musical theater program. I only picked 15 people out of like hundreds of people.
I almost saw you in Waitress on the West End.
Oh wow.
And I literally had tickets for the show after the night that we all went into lockdown. And I was
No.
so gutted, Marisha.
But Sarah Bareilles.
I know. And yeah, to see her in it as well, I was absolutely gutted.
We just had a reunion here in New York. She came to
Oh,
see Cabaret and with Evie, who was my Dawn at that time. So yeah, that was cool. I was like, oh my gosh, it's 2019 again. I'm 2020.
what would be your next dream role?
Oh, my next dream role would be an original role. I want to create something brand new that no one's ever done that will last for a long time and other women can play it. That'd be my dream role.
Do you have any stories in mind? Is there a particular story that, oh, can I not know that right now?
I'm cooking up one.
Okay. Okay. Top secret. Going away from originals, the movie to musical pipeline has been taking over the West End, whether you love it or you
Yes.
hate it. What film would you love to see turned into a musical?
Ooh, that already hasn't been one.
Mm.
That's hard. God, there's the ones that I love all have been because I love Color Purple and I just saw that musical. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah.
Maybe randomly Forrest Gump. Wouldn't that be a cool movie musical? The
I
soundtrack was slap.
It would. You're not even the first person to say this to me. Todrick Hall from Burlesque the Musical also said Forrest Gump.
Didn't say Forrest Gump. I
Yeah.
think Forrest Gump is amazing. It would be incredible.
I'm being absolutely serious. What is your favorite song that you performed on live in London?
My man, like I love that song from because I mixed it with Barbara Streisand and Ella Fitzgerald's version. And I just thought, I think the words, the lyrics, that arrangement we did was incredible. And then I wrote an original song on it called Shine, which I'm just really proud of that I got an original song on there and it really kind of encapsulates my whole story. So I think my man and Shine. Yeah.
And one final very silly one to round us off. Adelaide Adams, Effie White, Sally Bowles. Who are you taking to brunch? Who would you want to be in the Big Brother house with? And who would you want comforting you after a breakup?
Oh, I want Adelaide to comfort me after a breakup because she's always going through it. So she's been, she's got a prescription with Adelaide's Lament, which is good. Big Brother, I'm gonna say Effie White, only because she would be entertaining. Because she would probably be fussing everybody out. I'm going to brunch with Sally Bolt. She can drink, She's the drunk. She's the party girl. So we're gonna have a good time.
Well, it was so lovely chatting to you.
Thank you. And go get Live in London. It's gotten 5-star reviews. The album is popping. Turn it on when you want to have a moment. You can just turn it on, go on a drive. You can turn it on, go to the gym.